March Madness brings lots of picks, but I have only one, Bartlett Tree Experts. I rely on Bartlett to professionally assess my oaks and boxwoods and to prepare a maintenance plan within my budget. Call Corey, a certified arborist, at Bartlett Tree Experts or go to bartlett.com.
Good morning. Time to get ready for your day with the morning warm-up with Trey Lyle. Join us live on VTRN Sports 93.3 FM or the VTRN Sports app. Open VTRN Sports on your smart speaker or stream live on YouTube. Time to get ready for your day with the morning warm-up with Trey Lyle and Ty Tracy.
7:03 on this Monday, March 30th. Welcome to the morning warm-up. I'm Trey Lyle. That's Tyrone Tracy. I got you, Ty. Because everything's everything's up, Ty. I mean, coming up, Ty. We're gonna get context in a second in case you missed it.
Keeping up with sports 24/7 takes some serious effort, especially when you're sleeping. Don't worry, the morning warm-up stays alert around the clock. Now here is everything you missed last night.
Everything you missed last night. I'm just gonna play it.
72-70, Duke by 2. Shaki the inbound now, full court pressure from Sar, gets it into Cam Boozer. Boozer back to Sar, now ahead to Boozer, and UConn got a steal. Caravan for Mullins, long three, he got it! Oh, he got it! He hit it! He hit the long three-pointer from the logo with 0.3 of a second left to go. I don't believe it. UConn has taken the lead with 0.3 of a second left to go in a mad scramble off a steal. Braylon Mullins nails the three-pointer. And the UConn Huskies are 0.3 of a second away from a trip back to the Final Four. Unbelievable. Scott
Graham on the call. Friend of the show, I think, at this point. We had him on once, but I'm going to still call him friend of the show. For Westwood One. My hatred for Duke is back. Like, I actually was sympathetic towards Duke for a while. I was like, you know what? They play a fun style. I was a big Cooper Flagg fan. I actually liked how dominant, like, I like John Shire. My hatred for Duke is back because if they cost me this game. Back-to-back years, they've cost me a good bracket. Well, like, I have a good bracket. Mm-hmm. We're gonna get to the man who has a better bracket in a second, who's across from me. But oh my God, I don't know what stat to use. The fact they blew a 19-point lead after last year they blew a 14-point lead in the Final Four. They do it in the Elite Eight. Then you add to the fact that CBS with the fact that one seeds all time were 134-0 when they were up 15 at the half. Granted, I bet you a lot of those, because it's just in the NCAA tournament, I bet a lot of those were from the 116 games. They were, I think it was 1 of 18 from 3 was UConn to start and finish the game 4 for 5. So I had to rewatch this and because I only got to see the ending because I was covering a NASCAR race. I mean, I'm in utter disbelief, like, how this happened for the Duke Blue Devils, because to me, they were clearly the better team. Like, they are better. Like, I don't think that they were dominating that game. Cam Boozer showed why he's the best player in the country at 27, 8 and 4. Braylon Mullins. By the way, Braylon Mullins made 1 3, and he looked like Steph Curry on it. 10 points, one Terrace Reed was really good. He had 26 and 9 for UConn. Ty, I mean, I I will. It's weird to say. I just saw like one of the two of the greatest shots in basketball history I've seen in uh seen it in a NASCAR media center because I saw the Steph Curry Golden Dagger in a NASCAR media center when I was at Richmond, and then I saw this at the Martinsville Media Center. I mean, just first off, congrats, you get a perfect Final Four. As I said to you, way to be lucky. I will also say this, credit to us. So we have the front stretch bracket pool.
Yeah.
It's the duo dominating, running shop. Granted, I'm tied. We're second, but I'm just gonna say we're top two because no one else but us can see it. Is the morning warm up? We're running the show. But Ty Tracy, just thoughts on this? Like this was the only close Elite Eight game, so we can get to the others in a second. But
I was more focused on this game than the other games in the Elite Eight. For that, I think this was like
this was the marquee matchup. Duke,
Yeah.
on the anniversary that UConn beat Duke to win a national championship, the first one for Calhoun. Like, you have Hurley versus Shire. You have it's Duke UConn.
And I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I won't worry about the first half. I mean, and UConn was shooting terribly from the 3-point line. You be like, it's no way they will win this game. And second half, they start making a good run. I'm like, okay, if they get like another stop, like what, the 5 minutes they went.
They chipped. Like it wasn't like all of a sudden they went on this giant run. Like I know they went on like a 10-2 run at one point. Like it was kind of like it was similar how and we were off the air, but like Duke had to come back from like 10 down late to beat St. John's, and Arizona had to come back against Purdue in the second half, and it was like slowly they came back. It wasn't this kind of avalanche of things.
It was like they was like chipping their way back. I'm like crawling, fighting, scratching. And next you know, they won a 15-5 run, and I'm like, well, I see like especially like the last second of the game, the free throw when the UConn player missed the first one. I was like,
and then not to mention like right before that he missed a free throw.
like first I was okay. He missed the second one. Now I said Boozer. You just have to hold the ball. I mean, you gotta think about it. A 10-second violation. It's a long time anyway. So they got 10 seconds from the backcourt. So I was like, okay, they can at least keep it.
Well, even if it was 10.1. So even if they got the so the weird part is so Caden Boozer's the one that turned it over in spirit of Kihei Clark, because I think it was Stuart Mandel who tweeted like, in my 40 years at the NCAA tournament, I'd never seen an ending like that. I was like, buddy, just Virginia Furman. This is Virginia Furman like on steroids because it's Duke UConn, but like that very a la Kihei Clark, who got trapped in the corner and then just chucked it to the Furman player who hit the 3 to win. Very similar. But you're right. It was 10.1, and at worst, you get a 10-second violation. There's 0.1 left. They're not getting a shot off.
Yeah,
it's over. But like, it's poor execution. It was poor execution by Caden Boozer, because I actually think they moved the ball pretty well. Like the pass to Caden, I honestly think he should have just stopped and got fouled. But in that moment, he just chucked it, and like there were two open guys, but it just didn't get there. But like, I feel for Caden Boozer because, and obviously his brother was getting all the headlines this year, but Caden had to become the starting point guard for a national championship contender as soon as the playoffs started, essentially, because of the injury to Caleb Foster. And I think he played he struggled in that game against Florida State, but like post that game against Florida State, he's really good in the ACC tournament, and he's been really good in the NCAA tournament. I mean, he had 15, 5, and 6 in this game. Like the Boozer twins were kicking butt in this game.
Yeah.
There was like at one point in this game, it was the Boozer Twins had 27 points and UConn had 24.
Oh yeah.
Like they were dominating.
I could say
It was
like
34 minutes of great like why Duke can be the national champion.
Oh yeah. I really think Caden Boozer really improved his game ever since like taking over the starting role. He's been improving every single game, especially in the turn when the start of March and everything. So I really think he progressed really well. Him and Isaiah Evans, they was like them two guys you definitely need on a wing. Duke like rely on when if Karen Boozer was not getting any shots or anything, or he having an off night.
Okay, so now I'm just watching a video of him go forehead to forehead with Roger Ayers, the great official is Dan Hurley, who is again an absolute psychopath. Like his reaction was great. Like he's just like, "Oh my god." But yeah, what a moment. 73-72. UConn wins and they are going to the Final Four, where they will take on Ty's national champion, who I will say this. I think the winner of Michigan Arizona will win the national championship. I know we'll pick it on Friday for fun, but I feel like that. Michigan just beat the crap out of Tennessee. 95-62.
Oh, they just
it was BTA. I mean, it was over. I mean, it was over probably what, halfway through the first half?
Yeah.
Like it was, yeah. And then the other scores, Arizona 79, Purdue 64. Purdue had a good first half and then dominant Arizona in the second half. Coapete had 20. I really like this Arizona team, man. Again, we don't get my dream of Duke beating Arizona in the final, and they have to ask Tommy Lloyd, which he gave a lot of no answers about the UNC job. And I tweeted this out so you can go look of what Roy Williams said. I don't give a blank about North Carolina. Yeah, so 79-64 Arizona. By the way, LeBron James family Final Four appearances 1. Michael Jordan family. Oh, technically Michael Jordan went to the Final Four. LeBron James's kids Final Four appearances 1. Michael Jordan kids appearances none.
Yeah, I forgot he is with the
Well, yeah, Michael Jordan hit a game winner in the national championship game. Like, and then Illinois 71. I am proud. Like the one like crazy bracket I called Illinois to the Final Four. I feel good about that pick. Oh, so did you. So credit to you. Dap it up. All right. I can defend him, Ed Lane with the text. I'm just okay.
There you go.
I'm just saying. I'm more mentioning how LeBron James's kids have made a Final Four and Michael Jordan's kids have not made a Final Four because Bryce James is on that Arizona team.
I keep forgetting he's on the Arizona team. I thought it was like next season he was gonna be on it. Oh, that's right, because he redshirted, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he redshirted. But he did. They showed a good social media clip of him hitting that shot, like flicking it from sitting on the bench. So what's funny is I'm looking at the video, like the clip of like the highlights. He's hugging Coapate in the clip that's on the ESPN website. Anyways, we could talk more about Duke UConn 73. I mean, I just want to go big picture. Like one, and this is not great for the ACC. And I don't want to go too much. You know, we're in Lynchburg, so we don't get to talk about much about the triangle. Duke, North Carolina. But we do definitely have Carolina fans, Duke fans, and NC State fans listening.
Mm.
They're close enough. What a week for the triangle. Like honestly, I mean, you could argue the triangle's like the heart of the ACC. So like, what a week for the ACC. But like, think about this. Like, I mean, really, for the like 3 of the big brands in the ACC, what a week! Like the Will Wade saga plays out. You have Carolina firing Hubert Davis, and then it gets capped off by this epic collapse by Duke.
Mm.
Which, again, this is like Duke. Like I like this is insane because like you got the John Shire. John Shire has now a very unique narrative. You know how many games he's lost? He's lost 6 games in the last 2 seasons. That's roughly like 70-6. That's an insane record in basketball. He's 76 in the last 2 seasons, and he's like, oh well, he collapses late in games. Like 2 of those losses are like epic collapses with superstar freshmen. Cooper Flagg and Cam Boozer with the player of the year. Because Cam Boozer is going to win player of the year.
Yeah. And it's like, this probably, no, this is second season, right?
Third
season. And now
22 was 21 and 22 was K's last year.
Okay.
Because the 22 Final Four. So it would have been it's Shire's because Shire had a year with Palo. No, Palo was on the last K team.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but either way, now everybody gonna start looking at Coach Shire like
I think John Shire is a really good basketball coach.
I mean, yeah, he's a good basketball
coach.
coach.
I mean, I'd argue like
I think a lot of people try to start criticizing his like decision. I'm like, make it seem like he was the problem.
Let's see. So yeah, John Shire has. Let's see here. 22 to present. So 22-23 season, 23-24, 24-25. It's his 4th year as Duke's head coach. I mean, he is what I will say this though, the guy who was compared to Michael Jordan in Chicago. So, yeah. But by the way, this is John Shire's records at Duke. 27-9, 27-9, 35-4, 35-3. Oh, my bad. He is 70-7 in the last 2 seasons. Final Four, 2 Elite Eights. And a round of 32 was his first year.
And he's doing good.
Yeah. I mean, he's really that. Yeah.
I mean, I would like to see him win a national championship. I like to see him win a national championship later on in his career coaching at Duke.
Oh, he's got like. I mean, okay. To be fair, let's get big. Like, we want to talk about if he keeps doing this, he's going to win a national championship. Like, he'll break through. But like, Ed's bringing up a really good point. Like, it's very Jay Wright-ish. Like Jay Wright could never get over the hump, and then he won 2 titles in 3 years, and now that has become the core of the New York Knicks. Mm-hmm. I do like. I do think, and I know we have Duke fans listening, aka TJ Wilkerson. And oh boy, do I hate Duke even more now, because like I don't care about the prize pool. Like, it's fun. There are prize winnings, and I'm proud of my guy here, Ty Tracy. I'm glad the show is dominant. The show showed up. You know what? And more importantly, you and I, let me double check, because Ed might have passed me. But hopefully our show beats their show, aka the Fast Lane. That's my hope. And you know what? Our show is beating the Fast Lane. So guess what? Morning warm up on top. I'm okay with that. All right. I will say this, Bryson Gordon, congratulations. You are not in last place. That is TJ Wilkerson. But we clear the paint. We're, if we show up to the court and we're running it. Okay. Yeah. That's the good news. Bad news is I wish you were second and I was first. But credit to you, Ty Tracy. We're gonna post game presser here.
We've been holding it down.
You went perfect in the Final Four. Like, this is the closest. Literally, what he put that shot out with 4 seconds left, so I was 4 seconds away from a perfect Final Four. How's it feel? Perfect Final Four.
I just had a feeling. That's why I say you can't underestimate UConn. Yes, they
Okay, come on. Okay, you can be like, I underestimated. You got lucky.
Yeah, but still, I had a feeling that the UConn's gonna win coming out the East.
Yeah. So,
now, they would play St. John. I'm like, okay, maybe that would have been different, but either way,
buddy, I can't believe it. That's how it ended. Ugh. That was, I mean, again, I'd rather lose. I honestly rather lose, get a pick wrong like that. Like the two picks that I I got wrong was Nebraska Vandy in this game because at least you got the epic game.
yeah.
It is the downside of covering an event. Granted, I had fun at Martinsville, got great content for frontstretch.com, but the downside of covering an event is I didn't get to watch that whole game live. But I got to see the end, and that's all I care about. What a moment. All right. Other stuff you missed, NBA scores from last night. Pacers 135, Heat 118. Man, the Pacers not doing what they're supposed to do and lose. Clippers 127, Bucks 113. Nets 116, Kings 99. Celtics 114, Hornets 99. Tatum looked really good yesterday, 32 and 8. Including a 31-0 run at one point in this game. Oh, I'll let you reply. I'll read in a second. Raptors 139, Magic 87.
Wait, say again now.
So the Raptors went on the longest run and points to nothing run maybe in NBA history. At least as far back as they keep track to this. They went on a 31-0 run.
What was going on out there?
Raptors 139, Magic 87. The most disappointing team in the NBA might be the Orlando Magic.
Oh,
Orlando Magic. All right. Trailblazers 123, Wizards 88. Hey! Good job, Washington. Was it? Oh, coming out to the Front Stretch Network, or coming out soon this week, Bringing the Heat with Trey Lyle. The podcast this week. I'm just going to plug on my stuff. Got to interview Raja Karuth, the driver for Junior Motorsports. Asked him a couple questions, including he punted on the Commanders question, but he broke down the Wizards and talked about who he wanted. If the Wizards get the number one pick, who he takes number one overall. So it was, make sure you check that out wherever you get your podcast. That's coming out on Wednesday night. Rockets 134, Pelicans 102. Thunder defeat the Knicks 111-100, and the Nuggets defeat the Warriors 116-93. All right, Ed Lane saying how Ty got lucky. It's okay, Ty. We all get lucky. He mentioned his JMU thing. So you're just any response to that? He's like, nah, I knew it. I knew that's exactly how I was gonna play.
I mean, look,
It's
the March Madness.
Hey, it's better. Honestly, okay, let's be real here. Yes, there takes some knowledge about the game. But when it comes to filling out the NCAA tournament, I would say from the Final Four, for maybe this getting to the Sweet 16 on is when you're actually probably picking games, but half of that is luck to get there. Not saying I'm not trying to discredit my guy here, because he got a perfect Final Four, and again, we talked about this. You and I, it's I'm sitting here. I can't complain about 3/4 of it because I had the same 3/4 Final Four. So I look pretty good too.
I was just one team off, but either way,
I literally was 4. I was not. It's not like I was one team off. I was 4 seconds. 4 seconds. I was like, oh. Oh yeah. He did, and by the way, it did come out.
What?
It was some major onions.
Oh my god!
There's a great view of the reaction from Grant Hill, all-time Duke legend, and Bill Rafferty. Bill Rafferty is literally like having an out-of-body experience. I I mean, I could talk about this game forever. Like it's an all-time game. Like that's an all-time basketball game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Which, by the way, biggest miss of Ed Lane's career, who said that was the biggest shot since Leitner. I was like, you have the Luke May shot for North Carolina. You have, I think the Hayward miss actually should count.
Yeah,
Because that, like,
it was close.
I'd argue that might be the biggest what if in the
Yeah.
history of college basketball.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Outside of like random commitments, like if, I don't know, Chris Webber didn't go to Michigan or so on and so forth. But like literally like the greatest story, like greatest upset, it wouldn't be the greatest upset, but it would be like, it might have been
one of the best underdog stories.
Yeah.
Because it was definitely
Granted, they had a borderline, I don't think Hayward's a Hall of Famer, but like an all-star, all NBA caliber player, and one of the great, and probably a Hall of Fame coach / executive, because I think Stevens, now he won a title, might get a second, is at least, and you throw in his, like, I think he's going to get into the Hall of Fame. Clearly, Brad Stevens, like just was smarter than everyone else.
Yeah.
And that core of that team was really good. They went to another national championship. So that, but like you had the Luke May shot. Obviously, he corrected himself by throwing in the Chris Jenkins shot. But like it wasn't even a standard three. He shot it from the logo. Like, and it didn't bank in. It just like it went like
straight water.
I do think that like the rim mics have been loud in this tournament, and you just heard the or whatever you can make. But again, it was some major onions. What a moment. All right, when we come back, we will talk NASCAR. I was there at Martinsville this weekend, but we also have today in sports history to do. So plenty to cover on the morning warm-up. Spring's here, finally. So visit Leesville Landscape Supplies for a slam dunk on your next home or business landscape project. Get the region's best mulch, plus decorative stone, propane, block, and hardscape materials for routine lawn care. Leesville Landscape Supplies has grass seed, fertilizer, straw, and topsoil, even hardwood mulch, dyed mulch, pine mulch, gravel, and sand. Start your spring project at Leesville Landscape Supplies at the corner of Water Lake and Leesville Road in Lynchburg. And pick there or have it delivered. Search 24/7 at LeesvilleLandscapes.com.
Are you sick of running your dryer longer just to dry your clothes? It might not be a dying appliance. It might be a clogged up dryer vent. Call Black Goose Chimney Service to find out. Their certified ventilation specialists don't just diagnose chimneys. They also clean dryer vents through the entire ventilation system. Get peace of mind as you're protected from lint clogging your dryer vents, one of the most common causes of house fires. Call Black Goose Chimney Service today and visit blackgoose.net to schedule your dryer vent cleaning.
Hey, Hokie fans, are you still getting your Hokie sports news from other outlets, or even worse, the newspaper? Well, you're missing out. Tech Sideline has assembled the largest and most talented team to ever cover Virginia Tech athletics. If you want Hokie sports coverage that is second to none and will make you the smartest fan at the tailgate, subscribe to TechSideline.com for just $12 a month or $120 a year. Tech Sideline, all Hokie, all the time, period. Subscribe today at TechSideline.com.
Fresh all-you-can-eat sushi for $30.99? That alone sounds impossible. But it's not only possible, there's actually more to it at New Yamada Sushi and Sake in Forest. For $30.99, you can eat as much fresh sushi as you'd like. And you can include ramen and barbecue. It's the perfect variety for anyone craving a full Japanese feast of fresh, tasty, and all-you-can-eat. New Yamada Sushi and Sake in Forest on Gristmill Drive behind the Graves Mill Center.
Ready for a getaway? Whether if it's a beach trip, mountain retreat, or a long-awaited family adventure, Farmers Bank can help you get there. Our vacation loan options offer simple terms and local services you can trust, so you can focus on making memories and not stressing over financing. Life moves fast. Take time to recharge and reconnect. When you're ready to plan your next escape, we're ready to help. Farmers Bank, your community, your bank, your future.
When the thrill of playing ball turns into the agony of a broken windshield or car window, contact Apple Auto Glass. Your local auto glass repair shop on Allegheny Avenue in Lynchburg, Apple Auto Glass provide a professional assessment with the honesty from your neighbors, so you can get back to sharing the great moments this season.
What do high-performing athletes have in common? They don't just train their bodies, they train their minds. The best competitors have a strong mental support system that keeps them focused, confident, and at the top of their game. Want that same support in your own life? Central Virginia Counseling can help. No matter what life throws your way, our team is here for you with 2 Lynchburg locations on Wigington Road and Timberlake Road and telehealth available anywhere in Virginia. Take the first step today. Visit centralvirginiacounseling.com.
Good morning. We are just getting your day started here on VTRN Sports with the morning warm-up. Stay connected with the show at Trey Lyle VT and Ty Tracy 90 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Listen wherever you are with the VTRN Sports app or watch the show live on YouTube at youtube.com/VTRN Sports Lynchburg. Now, back to the morning warm-up.
7:33 on this Monday, March 30th. Welcome back to the morning warm-up. I'm Trey Lyle. That's Ty Tracy. We spent 30 minutes of this show basically talking about one of the most epic games in the history of the NCAA tournament. Tonight, by the way, you can catch 2 Elite 8 games on the women. Let me double check. They are on tonight. By the way, the women's, so tonight we will have 2 games for you. Speaking of Michigan, we'll have Michigan, Texas, and we'll have TCU, South Carolina. After TCU was able to get past Virginia in the Sweet 16, we will have 2 Elite 8 games for you on the women's side, starting at 6:30 here on VTRN Sports. But let's get to today in sports history.
Tyrod waiting. Tyrod scrambling. Back at the 20. Fires end zone and is caught for the touchdown by Roberts. It's a miracle in Blacksburg. Tyrod did it, Mikey. Tyrod did it.
It's time for Today in Sports History.
Play action. Salter to throw back to the left, and it's caught in the end zone. Light him up. Touchdown, Liberty. Bentley Henshaw.
From ruin to redemption, the Virginia Cavaliers are the 2019 NCAA National Champions.
Let's hear what Ty really knows about what happened on this day in sports history.
All right, Ty, we're doing March 29th, and then we'll do March 30th. On this date, on March 29th in 1982, this man's jump shot with 16 seconds left remaining gave his school a 63-62 victory over Georgetown in the national championship game.
Michael Air Jordan, UNC.
Correct. We just talked about it. Hence why I had to stop myself about saying they're even now in Final Fours. We'll just put it that way. They could be even at national championships. Because I do think, it's going to be hard. I think Michigan Arizona is going to be a really fun game. All right, on this date, on March 29th in 1984, a team in the early hours of the morning moved from this city to that city. So you have to get the team and the 2 cities. It was kind of pretty notable because it was in the middle of the night, and it was out of nowhere.
I feel like it's the Colts.
Yes.
So Baltimore Colts to Indianapolis.
Yes.
So Indianapolis
Yes,
Colts.
there you go. 2-0. On this date in 1994, this man quits as head coach of the team he was coaching.
Dallas Cowboys.
Yes, who's the coach?
Who was the coach that took his place?
No, I didn't say the coach's name. So you have to get the coach name and the team. So you got
I just said his name, Jimmy Johnson.
No, all I heard was Dallas Cowboys.
I
Ty,
said Jimmy Johnson.
Ty, we love your voice, man.
I
You got to
know.
speak loud.
Jimmy Johnson.
Yes, not the race car driver who I saw yesterday at Barnesville. On this date, in 1996, the new team, another team is choosing to relocate and announce the name of their new team. Can you get those two? That was on March 29th. A lot of relocations on that day.
I know. Because we talked about it before. The Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens.
Correct. All right, now we're moving to March 30th, all right? On today's date. Sophomore guard, this man scores 23 points to lead Indiana to a 63 victory over North Carolina to win the NCAA title.
Oh. It's Isaiah Thomas.
That is correct. By the way, Michael Jordan was not on that team. Oh, yes, he was. Dang it. Okay. No. I hit the wrong year. All right, good. Michael Jordan went to one Final Four. I'm good. Whew. Saved. All right. Anyways. On this date, in the year of our Lord 2014, this man made a three-pointer from about 24 feet with 2.3 seconds left to lift Kentucky to a 75-72 win over Michigan to get to the program's 16th Final Four.
Oh. It's not Andrew. Aaron Harrison.
Yes.
Twins.
Yes. What was notable about that Kentucky team?
They had all freshmen.
They were the first starting five of all freshmen to make the Final Four since what team?
Just the Fat Five.
God, good job. That was pretty good. And then on this date in 2014, Shabazz Napier scored 17 of his 25 points in the second half as UConn beat Michigan State to return to the Final Four. Just a nice 5-0 day for Ty Tracy. I think that's how many I gave you. 142 and 37. Everything's coming up, Ty.
Plus, I remember watching that Kentucky game too.
Yeah, that was let's see. So that would have been what? What year would that have been? 20.
Because that's the year before Devin Booker and Carl Anthony Towns came.
So yeah, the 2014 Kentucky basketball team.
But they had Julius Randle, I think.
Which, by the way, they were an 8 seed.
Yeah.
No, that was the Booker team. No,
it wasn't.
No, that was. Yeah, Booker was the freshman.
No, I think it was Julius Randle. I think.
No.
Oh.
That was the Cat team. Cat was on the team. They had Booker, Harrison, No, this is what's happening. Sorry. So when I search 2014, they go to the start of 2014.
Mm-hmm.
I should look up 2013. You're right. I was looking at the wrong team because they went to back-to-back Final Fours.
Mm-hmm.
It was
I think they lost the national championship.
Aaron Harrison, Marcus Lee, Julius. You're right, Julius Randle. They lost to UConn.
Mm-hmm.
The next year they went to the Final Four. They were the number one team in the country coming in the year.
Yeah.
So, anyways, you're right. Whoop-dee-dee-da-day. I mean, everything's coming up, Ty. I should just let you. What do you want to talk about, Ty?
It's your show.
I'm just
the co-host.
Yesterday, Howie Roseman said AJ Brown is a member of the Eagles. Apparently, could Cooper DeJean be a Trojan horse by dating a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader? I don't know. That's what's going on in the NFL. Shout out to Gary Woodland, by the way. A man who openly admitted he had to leave golf because he was battling PTSD. He won the Texas Children's Houston Open yesterday. Do want to shout him out there. That was a really cool moment. yesterday. By the way, Illinois UConn first game in the Final Four. Second game is Michigan Arizona. Not surprising, because you could argue that Michigan Arizona game might be for the national championship. How good those two teams looked.
Yeah.
In the Final Four. Other news and notes from the weekend. Oh, we need to cook on this. So, the electric substation theory, which I'm cackling that I get to ask Lake Lewis this tomorrow. The electric substation injury theory with the 49ers?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For our listeners that don't, the 49ers practice facility is right next to an electric substation. So I think this was a Reddit theory that, because of the whatever they give off, it causes all of these injuries.
Mm-hmm.
It got too big of a point that the 49ers actually got a scientist to investigate. And John Lynch had to come out and say it was a big nothing burger. That's why you never give up social media, folks. I just want to point that out. They hired an independent scientist to investigate. I just chef's kiss. The Don Rick Pitino signed a new deal with St. John's, making him the second highest paid coach in the Big East behind, no shocking, Dan Hurley. The first person has denied NC State. That was what's his name? The coach at St. Louis.
I know you're talking to. I can remember his name.
I'm getting to it. As soon as it's John. I want to say Stites, Sturts. John Sturts I believe is how you pronounce it. He is. Here it is. Yeah, John Schertz. He's withdrawing his name. Apparently, he's going to get like $10 million in between NIL and rev share from St. Louis. So, we'll see. By the way, you can check my Twitter. Mike Neff said AJ Foyt is overrated. That's just for Mike Neff. Baseball happened this weekend, including a Yankees sweep of the Giants. I just want to throw that in there for fun. And to make Ed Lane jealous, because he's listening, Ty Gibbs called me bro this weekend. Granted, I may or may not have accidentally shoved the mic in his face too close and had to apologize for that after. But did he call me bro? Yes. Speaking of that, we'll talk NASCAR after this break. Fun weekend in Martinsville. We'll talk about all of that next here on the Morning Warm-Up.
Hi, I'm Susan Lane, Ed's mom. March Madness brings lots of picks, but I have only one, Bartlett Tree Experts. I rely on Bartlett to professionally assess my oaks and boxwoods and to prepare a maintenance plan within my budget. Call Corey, a certified arborist, at Bartlett Tree Experts, or go to bartlett.com.
When the thrill of playing ball turns into the agony of a broken windshield or car window, contact Apple Auto Glass. Your local auto glass repair shop on Allegheny Avenue in Lynchburg, Apple Auto Glass provide a professional assessment with the honesty from your neighbors, so you can get back to sharing the great moments this season. Lunchtime just got an upgrade. Stop by Macadoo's for our $8.95 weekday special and grab a legendary sandwich at an unbeatable price. Choose from your favorite classics, the Coney Island, Betty Bop, Ragtime, or Stogie. Classic sandwiches packed with savory meats and flavors in between fresh bread. Make it a meal by pairing your sandwich with a sidekick, a warm cup of soup, or crispy chips. Great food, cozy vibes, and the best deal in town.
It's time to share great food and fun. Just to be there, the only one. Just to be there at Macadoo's.
We'll see you at the Do's.
Do you love the 80s? Whether you were Team Madonna or Prince, this night is for you. Hi, I'm Kelly Diaz with Casa of Central Virginia, inviting you to Retro Rewind, our totally rad 80s party for a great cause. Join us April 11th from 6 to 10 at the Boonesboro Ruritan Club for an awesome 80s DJ, arcade games, dance floor, and more. Best of all, every ticket helps CASA volunteers advocate for children who have experienced abuse or neglect in our community. Grab your friends, moonwalk over to cvcasa.org, and get your tickets before they're gone.
Spring's here, finally. So visit Leesville Landscape Supplies for a slam dunk on your next home or business landscape project. Get the region's best mulch, plus decorative stone, propane, block, and hardscape materials, routine lawn care. Leesville Landscape Supplies has grass seed, fertilizer, straw, and topsoil, even hardwood mulch, dyed mulch, pine mulch, gravel, and sand. Start your spring project at Leesville Landscape Supplies at the corner of Water Lake and Leesville Road in Lynchburg. And pick there or have it delivered. Search 24/7 at LeesvilleLandscapes.com.
When you walk into Haley's, you see the size and selection of a big box store. Over 19,000 square feet of appliances and mattresses. Leading appliances like KitchenAid, Whirlpool, Maytag, Genair, Speed Queen, GE, and Monogram. And mattresses like Sealy, Serta, and Tempur-Pedic. So what's the difference? A family, locally owned business. And a staff committed to servicing you over the entire life of the product. That means before, during, and well after your purchase. Visit Haley's today, just off Ward Road in Lynchburg. Haley's, quality that counts.
Good morning. We are just getting your day started here on VTRN Sports with the morning warm-up. Stay connected with the show at Trey Lyle VT and Ty Tracy 90 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Listen wherever you are with the VTRN Sports app or watch the show live on YouTube at youtube.com/VTRN Sports Lynchburg. Now, back to the morning warm-up.
7:49 on this Monday, March 30th. Someone who shouldn't have been racing was Tiger Woods. I mean, man. Tiger Woods was arrested for a DUI after his car overturned in an accident on Friday in Florida. He did blow a 0.00. It wasn't for drinking. So do want to throw that out there, but ultimately it's just, it kind of sucks. Just Uber, Tiger. I mean, you can afford it. Anyway, speaking of actual racing this weekend, if there was ever a drop the mic moment for a crew chief, it happened this weekend for Alan Gustafson. For a crew chief that literally, I don't know, like, the way to describe, like, Alan Gustafson is one of the I think it's now 94 wins in a championship, and it's in multiple generations of the car with multiple drivers. Just because he has this fan base in Chase Elliott, who's the most popular driver, he gets the blame of, like, it must be Alan Gustafson's fault that Chase is not getting to victory lane. But then, like, Alan Gustafson, like, had a drop the mic moment yesterday where he calls the right strategy at the right time. It's a risk, and you get the caution, right? He gets the caution right when you had to have it, which it was a true caution. Like, there was true debris on the track. Chase Elliott gets the track position he needed. Denny Hamlin has a bad restart that kind of allows Chase to get ahead of him. Then there's another caution. Chase is on the outside of Ross Chastain, who's on very older tires, who stayed out during a pit sequence. And Chase is able to maintain the lead enough, lead 84 laps, and win in the final stage and win this race. Denny Hamlin led 292 laps, which was Michael Massey, frontstretch.com, with the stat here. Fourth most laps led by Denny's ever led in a race, 292. The crazy part about this is his top 5 races of his career's laps led, like races he's led the most laps in, he's only won one of them. By the way, Denny Hamlin, or my guy Michael Massey, has a great article about the incident that he had with Ryan Blaney. But just so you know, Richmond won 2008, 381 laps led, finished 24th. Richmond 2009, 299 laps led, won the race. Martinsville 2009, 296 second. Martinsville 2026, 292 second. Martinsville 2021, 276, finished third. So just want to point that out. Check out the content we got at frontstretch.com, the Front Stretch YouTube page. But I for Alan Gustafson, he called the strategy right at the right time, and it's truly and I said this on the Stock Car Scoop podcast for our little clip that Massey and I did. It's a drop the mic moment. He definitely deserves the credit here. And credit to Chase for executing. He kept Denny kind of at enough of a distance. Um, it, it was kind of your typical spring race at Martinsville, not that entertaining. Denny dominated the first half. There was some fall off. But I think that was a really big moment for Chase, who got his earliest win in the season. It felt like Hendrick Motorsports got off the snide a little bit in terms of being able to get a win this after struggling like they did. But Chase gets the win. Hamlin second, Joey Logano third. If I'm sorry if you're listening and you were in the Martinsville press box and heard some crying at the end, because Ty Gibbs finished fourth, and that was Ed Lane. William Byron fifth, Ryan Blaney sixth, Christopher Bell seventh, Cindric eighth, Larson ninth, and Josh Berry 10th. SVG, by the way, really good performance. He finished 11th. That leads to our point standings. Tyler Reddick sitting there with an 82-point lead, followed by Blaney, Hamlin, Elliott, Byron, Gibbs, Bell, Keselowski, Larson, Busher. The biggest faller was Bubba Wallace. It is he wrecked in this race, ultimately finishes 36th and drops 8 spots in the points to 11th. Logano is 12th, Priest 13th, SVG 14th, host of our 15th, Suarez 16th. And that was Martinsville. Solid race, not too great. I wouldn't argue not too bad. It just was typical Martinsville. And we'll see if this car can get better. Again, Denny talked about how hard it was to pass. In the wake, there was some difference in the added horsepower. But ultimately, Chase got it done. I think you have to give a lot of credit to Alan Gustafson, who, again, he's that coach that's really good. That I'm trying to think, like, it's a little James Franklin-y, but like he's won a championship where, like, I think when James Franklin was at Penn State, when he was just winning the games he was supposed to win and not beating. Oh, I'm sorry that sometimes he loses to Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin, and these guys are really good. Like, it was very similar to that, and I'm using James Franklin, like, where, like, Alan Gustafson won 90. He's a really good crew chief. Won 94 races with multiple drivers: Kyle Busch, Mark Barton, Jeff Gordon, and Chase Elliott, in multiple different cars. Like, I'm just gonna trust Rick, the guys at HMS, to keep the guy who they think is pretty good in. So I think these Chase fans, if you're a Chase Elliott fan, I think you need to calm down, because you're the guy you ridicule, who I think unfairly kind of did it in. Ty, anything from this weekend that I missed, as we have a few minutes left in the show?
No, he covered everything.
Did my best. Mondays are hard because, like, especially on a Monday where I wasn't, like, watching everything. But I ultimately think this was an underrated fun weekend. We got we do. This is probably something we do need to in with. NFL owners are alarmed with the state of and this is something we'll talk more about with Lake Lewis tomorrow. NFL owners are alarmed by the state of negotiations with the NFL Referees Association, and have authorized staff members to begin hiring and onboarding replacement officials in the coming weeks. League sources said Sunday at the start of the league meetings. The NFL began compelling a list of college-level officials to recruit earlier this month, and owners are expected this week to approve a sweeping set of replay enhancements to support replacement officials in preseason and regular season games. A league source said the training of the new replacement officials begin May 1st. Obviously, the last time this happened, we ended with a Hail Mary, which was the game between Seattle and Green Bay on a Monday night, and then it led. So this is something to monitor. Now, there's still negotiation. So they theoretically speaking, they can hire and onboard these guys, but if they get the agreement between the Referees Association and the refs and the NFL, then they won't actually be in games. But obviously the NFL, as part of the negotiation, has to do this. Ty, this is a storyline that's going to keep going throughout the offseason that could have major impacts on the season.
Yeah, and that's something excuse me, I have questions about it, really, especially when we talk about Lake tomorrow, but just certain things, I feel like it's not going to be a good idea how this going.
Yeah, I mean, now granted, I think it's not like those officials are bad. Obviously, I think people think back to the Fail Mary. It's like one mistake kind of ruined the replacement level refs.
Yeah.
But these are not I'm gonna fit me. I'm gonna I do high school football. It's not like if they threw me in an NFL game, I'm screwed. But these college level guys are still really good officials. And I've seen I think there are high school guys even in our area that would be really good because they're really good officials out there.
But I just feel like certain calls, you go miss. This is a lot of calls that you go miss certain calls.
Yeah, but guess what? So are regular officials.
Yes.
I do wonder if they're going to look at a lot of guys who've been doing the UFL games, which the UFL is back.
Yes, it is.
I do not care, but it's back. And so maybe because they've done some sort of pro football, granted the rule set's different, that would help. But it's just something to keep in mind. We'll talk more about that with Lake Lewis, though, tomorrow on the morning warm-up. Fun week for us. We'll get ready for the Final Four. Spring practice going on for Tech, Liberty, and I believe Virginia. So we'll talk about that as well. Fun week in store for us. Ty, enjoy your victories. Everything's coming up, Ty Tracy. We'll be back tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Thanks so much for listening to the Morning Warm-Up on VTRN Sports, 93.3 FM, W227 BG Timberlake, and 1320 AM WVGM Lynchburg.
Unsportsmanlike.
This is Unsportsmanlike with Chris Canty, Evan Cohen, and Michelle Smallman.